When is Drew leaving already? His character is completely ruined. And don't even get me started on his daughter, Scout. She's clearly not his priority. Oh, and there was no funeral for Dex? A police officer, no less. But hey, let's just gloss over that. By the way, whose suit was Drew wearing? Was that Wiley's? Guess GH can't even get the basics right anymore. Seriously, GH, do better. And can we talk about Curtis? He should have had that conversation recorded, because that sounded like full-on extortion. I mean, the guy basically told Curtis, if you don't let me back in and give me majority ownership of your company, I'll make your life miserable using my power as a congressman. Real classy move, Drew. Honestly, it's time to cut Drew loose. Maybe let Cyrus handle him. I know I can't be the only one sick of seeing his face and hearing his voice. And of course, this slimeball congressman is using his committee assignment to blackmail Curtis. Sounds pretty on brand for Washington, doesn't it? Just end this whole Drew, Willow, Nina mess already. We're all over it. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, Messy Syrup. It's me, Abby, here. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Keep watching. So let's dive into today's video. Tracy just has to fill Willow in on Nina and Drew, right? I mean, it's not like this is the best new couple we've seen in years or anything. Nope, just another one the writers actually got right for once. Who'd have thought? And as for Jack, vulnerable Jack? Turns out he's just as attractive as charming Jack. Shocking, really. Oh, and surprise, surprise, here comes Jack to visit Carly, offering his ever-so-supportive shoulder. Sure, the writers are dragging their feet with this whole reunion, but the chemistry between them? Slowly but surely, it's undeniable. And Carly? She's found a guy who actually gets her, who wants to comfort her and support her in the way she's always deserved. You can tell he's already head over heels, and with every passing scene, he loves her more. Carly's actually letting herself be vulnerable with him. Imagine that, and it's clear she feels safe. It's like the stars aligned, and they have chemistry. It rivals her connection with Jason. And let's not kid ourselves, we all remember that epic vibe. Here's hoping this one turns into a passionate love story that'll leave us all gasping. Now, Brennan showing up just when Carly needed someone. Classic. These two? Their scenes together are weirdly fun. He's got that intriguing, mysterious bad boy with a hint of good vibe. You know, the kind Carly can't resist. But hey, I believe he actually cares for her. I'm okay with them taking their time, letting this whole friendship, maybe relationship thing unfold. Who knows? Maybe one day we'll get the super couple we've all been waiting for. After all, Carly and Sonny were iconic, but maybe it's time for her to move on. Sonny can have his moments too. But really, every time Carly and Jack share a scene, it's like I can't stop giggling. The chemistry between them? It's electric. He's that dangerous mix of good and bad that Carly has always been drawn to. And did I mention he's gorgeous? Honestly, this might be the one thing the writers have finally nailed. Oh, and Drew keeps going on about how he started Aurora. Funny, I thought Julian Jerome was the one who founded it, and Sam bought it with Jason's money. And wasn't Sam Julian's daughter? But sure, Drew, let's go ahead and pretend like you built this empire all on your own. Because that tracks, right, Drew? The guy who somehow mastered the art of ruining lives without even bothering to mention his daughter. Seriously, where is she? Not with Grandma Alexis, that's for sure. But no, Drew's too busy fawning over Willow and her kids to even acknowledge his own flesh and blood. It's almost impressive how consistently he proves to be a deadbeat dad, vanishing when he's needed most. Maybe Willow should remember that next time she's all starry-eyed over him. And Curtis, now that was a moment. Drew, creepy, dirty, and loves to twist everything to fit his narrative. The guy's a walking red flag. God help Willow though, because she's falling right back into the trap, just like with Shiloh. Honestly, it's like she can't even think for herself. How does she keep getting wrapped up in these manipulative losers? It's almost painful to watch at this point. Meanwhile, Drew continues to plummet, proving just how low he can go. Can we please bring back Luke? Or Spencer, maybe? Seriously, I've been watching GH since the days of Jesse, Steve Hardy, and Audrey, but with the way things are going now, I'm starting to think it might be time to wash my hands of it all. So I'm the one who does the hiring at work, right? So when Lulu says she wants to make money to find Charlotte on her own, it's like she's telling me, hey, I'm totally gonna dip out at a moment's notice, hop on a plane, and leave you hanging. Yeah, no thanks, I'm good. And oh, the best part? A few people told Willow she's just like her sister Nell, and she did not like that. But come on, it's so spot on. She can't even deny it. And then there's the whole Dex funeral thing. People are asking why his family would hold it in Port Charles. Because his one connection to the place is some on-again, off-again girlfriend? Yeah, that checks out. Makes way more sense for his family to hold the funeral where he's actually from. But I have to say, the conversation between Brooklyn and Lulu? Chef's kiss. It's exactly what I've been saying. There's a lot of baggage to work through, and they actually made some progress. And let's not forget Lulu trying to say no to Tracy, all out of respect for her and Maxie. Too bad she eventually caved. Tracy's like a bulldozer, and let's face it, Lulu's kind of desperate. Also, shout out to Tracy for finally putting Willow in her place about not having Drew at the Quartermains. Thank you, Tracy. You're the real MVP. I adore her. Oh, and just to clarify, I'm pretty sure Sidwell is Alexa's brother. Just saying. And if Lulu would just calm her crazy self down, she'd see that Valentin loves Charlotte. He's not keeping her from Lulu to be a jerk. He knows it would put her in danger. But no, Lulu's so busy playing the hero, running around like a lunatic, she's going to get herself and Charlotte killed. Honestly, if she just took a breath, she'd realize Valentin would eventually send Charlotte home when the time's right. And for the record, Valentin's only keeping Avery from Lulu because it hurts her. Carly's gone, and you know what? Valentin needs to get himself to a heart doctor, and Avery, she needs Ava. It's that simple. I'm genuinely baffled by how they paint Ava as this terrible mother when, honestly, Sunny is the most selfish, self-centered person on the planet. But sure, let's blame Ava. First off, can we talk about Nina and Willow's mother-daughter dynamic? It's downright bizarre. I mean, I'm so glad Tracy called Willow out, telling her that if she keeps seeing Drew and letting him lie to her, Drew will be banned from the entire Quartermain estate, including the gatehouse. Someone had to. Curtis, at least, stood up for himself, so there's that. I'm seriously over Drew trying to weasel his way back into the Quartermain empire under the guise of concern for Michael and Willow's personal lives. Dude's got an agenda, and it's so obvious. Let's just hope the GH writers don't let Monica's house go to Drew. It should go to Jason and Michael, end of story. And don't even get me started on Mr. Sidwell. This guy's going to stir up major trouble for Port Charles. But hey, at least Laura and Anna are on top of things and know how to collaborate like competent adults. Poor Maxie, though. She's stuck between Lulu and Brooklyn. But hey, at least Tracy approved her deception job, so there's a little silver lining. Meanwhile, Jack Bremen is out here being the one stable thing in Carly's life while she grapples with Michael's tragedy. I mean, Carly admitted out loud, Michael wouldn't have been at Sunny's if it weren't for my choices. But no, people on this page keep telling me I'm reaching for pointing out this inconvenient truth. Okay, then. Also, can we all take a moment to mourn the fact that Billy Miller isn't Drew Kane anymore? If he were, this character never would have hit such a dramatic low. Maybe, just maybe, Billy would still be here with us if they had asked him to come back. Rest in peace, Billy. You'll always be loved and remembered. Now, what if Carly did find Morgan at the German burn facility? Just putting that out there. Also, Why does Lulu think it's okay to march into Maxie's office and answer the phone without so much as a "by your leave"? Is the actress not getting the memo on boundaries? Honestly, it's getting old. And last but not least, can someone please explain why Brooklyn is always in long-sleeve shirts? I mean, every single episode. Is she hiding tattoos or what? Even her wedding dress had sleeves. I've never seen her in anything short-sleeved, and I'm starting to wonder if there's a hidden reason behind this fashion choice. Anyone else curious, or am I the only one obsessing over this? Willow really thinks she can just waltz back into the house she shared with Michael and play happy family with Drew. Right under Michael's nose, and with his kids no less. Classic move. And yeah, she's definitely Nell's sister. You can see the family resemblance in all the wrong ways. I know it's been said before, but aside from my boyfriend, Jack Brennan is hands down the sexiest man I've laid eyes on in my 59 years. After seeing him get all emotional for a second, meeting him just shot to the top of my bucket list. And no, my boyfriend didn't make me include him in this ranking, I swear. But seriously, if my husband had been hurt that badly, no matter what issues we had, I wouldn't be thinking about another man. My focus would be on my kids. Willow's about to be worse than her mother, no question. Wait, does anyone else remember that scene with Lucky and Elizabeth, and I think 2 other friends, in a train boxcar years ago? I'm trying to remember what that was about. I'm not stating a fact, just a feeling, but hear me out. I have this hunch that Drew took a pretty bad hit to the head while he was in Pentonville. Ever since he got out, he's been a little off, and it's been getting worse. They've been dropping these little hints that he's not the same. And now, he's got this creepy obsession with Willow. I mean, that's literally what it is, an obsession. Again, just my thoughts, so please keep the comments polite. Thanks. And don't even get me started on Lulu. She knew how much that job meant to Maxie, but she still took it because Tracy sweetened the deal. Not cool. That's not how you treat a true friend. She shouldn't have taken that job. I might have briefly entertained the idea that Carly had a little fling with the agent, but then I remembered. Carly doesn't exactly jump into bed like Nina or Ava do. Nope, she's a bit more strategic with her love life. But hey, just for fun, who do we think could take Sunny's place as the next mob boss? Preferably from the next generation, because clearly the old guard is getting a little long in the tooth. My vote, Molly. She's got it all. Level-headed, methodical, 2 steps ahead of everyone, and she knows exactly how to dance around the law without breaking a sweat. Now to the real pressing issue. Dear GH writers, I'm begging you, can we get some lighthearted escapist storylines? Pretty please. The real world is dark and dramatic enough as it is. We need some love, some hope, a little sunshine in our lives. Honestly, I'll take an alien invasion at this point. Anything to help us take a mental break from all the doom and gloom. We deserve it. This German clinic, yeah, I've got a few theories. If you're expecting it to be a normal, run-of-the-mill health facility, think again. Remember Albrecht's clinic in Switzerland? The one that was basically a who's who of people who were supposed to be dead? AJ, Faison, Duke, Jason, Robin, and don't forget Jason's little vacation at the Russian clinic with Ava. It's clear that dead people love a good clinic getaway. So of course now we've got Michael over there and Carly making her rounds. And I'm just waiting to see which of our dearly departed are casually hanging out in this one. Spencer? Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if he's there. After all, the doctors attached to this place have questionable reputations at best. Honestly, I'm kind of shocked. They even suggested Michael go to a clinic with ties to those kinds of people. But sure, let's just roll with it. I can totally see Michael stumbling upon some surprise patient hiding out there, because that's how these things go, right? Oh, and Esme? You didn't think we were done with her, did you? Maybe the adoption of Ace is still up in the air. Nick had to terminate his parental rights to even start the process, which opens the door for Esme to swoop in and reclaim her kid. She was such a great mom before Nick pulled that whole kidnapping my son move. It definitely set her on a path to insanity, but hey, who's counting? And finally, Morgan. Oh, Morgan. This is a burn clinic, right? So why not? Maybe Morgan survived that car bomb explosion and has been living it up in Germany this whole time. I mean, what's a better place for a man who's been blown to bits than a burn clinic? Makes perfect sense. Cody, seriously, what is happening to this character? I can't believe they've turned him into a total mess. I did that losing Sasha hurt, especially since she made him a better person. But come on, he has a great family now. And what's he doing? Throwing it all away. His interaction with Spinelli? So cringeworthy. But honestly, Spinelli at least called him out, which was honestly a highlight. Where are they even going with him at this point? Is he going to crawl back to Selena Wu and leave another rescue mission for Mac? He's clearly taking the breakup like it's the end of the world, and it's getting old fast. The only time he actually managed to be a decent human being was around Sasha or Tracy, and now he's turned into this self-pitying mess who thinks the world owes him something. Plus, guess what? He's back in Selena's gambling web because he can't pay off the big bet he made. Remember when Tracy told him not to be an idiot with his money? Yeah, that's coming back to bite him. And now, Mac, I can totally see him giving Cody an ultimatum. Either get your act together, or you're not hanging around James anymore. Frankly, it'd be more than justified at this point. Cody's just exhausting. Can Drew really escape all this without facing bribery charges as a politician? Honestly, it feels like there's a story just waiting to be written about his shady dealings. I mean, he paid off Cody to keep quiet about his affair with Willow at the Brown Dog, classic hush money. Then there's the deal with Curtis. Drew uses his position in Congress to promise Aurora funding if Curtis helped him get back the controlling shares Michael bought up. Oh, and let's not forget how he bribed his own nephew, Michael, with the CEO position at Aurora if Drew won the election. If that's not bribery, I don't know what is. But hey, can Drew be charged for any of this? Also, if that sex tape somehow gets leaked, wouldn't his political career be completely toast? Oh, absolutely. Extortion and bribery are both definitely illegal. But I mean, I got my law degree from Law and Order, SVU, courtesy of Cabot, Novak, and Barba, so don't take my word for it. Why is Lulu so hell-bent on working at Deception as Brooklyn's assistant? It's like she's determined to make it happen, even though everyone's telling her it's a terrible idea. They're right, her and Brooklyn would clash so much, it would be a disaster. But no, Lulu wants a job to make her own money so she can go off gallivanting to who knows where in search of her favorite child, Charlotte. Who, if we're being honest, isn't all that great to begin with. And don't even get me started on how Lulu reacted when she found out Charlotte got shot by Anna. The way it was written, Lulu actually thought Charlotte was the victim. But newsflash, Charlotte had been stalking Anna obsessively, trying to scare her, and even broke into her house. How is that not her fault? Seriously, forget Charlotte, Rocco's the good one. Lulu's a Spencer, and you know what that means. You can't tell a Spencer no because they just won't listen. Look at Lucky, he got a job at Charlie's, and honestly, Lulu could probably work anywhere if she asked. Bobby's? Metro Court? Her mom's the mayor, for crying out loud. There are so many opportunities, but for some reason, she's fixated on Deception. Why? I just don't get it. If Drew says that one more time, I'm going to lose it. Seriously. Every single time he tries to convince Willow that everyone is manipulating her, it takes every ounce of self-control not to scream. How does she not see that he's the one manipulating her? At every turn, he's doing everything he can to start a war, turning her against everyone, and pushing her to become a cold, bitter version of herself. The worst part? It's so obvious that Willow's not a victim here, but so much of what she does is fueled by Drew's vendetta. It's honestly driving me crazy how she changes her mind after every conversation. One minute, she's on one side, the next she's doing a complete 180. And don't even get me started on Drew acting like Aurora is his company with his money. Excuse me, that's Jason's money. Sam was a co-partner in Aurora. But of course, Drew's too busy whispering in Willow's ear to care about any of that. I don't even recognize this guy anymore. If they're going to go this far off the rails with Oscar's father, can we at least get an answer on Kim Nero's son? Is Drew the dad? Was Julian? Let's get some clarity here. But let's be real, Willow is being manipulated by everyone. Nina's pulling the strings, calling her mom when it's clearly a power move. And Drew? He's got her wrapped around his finger. The real issue is that everyone sees exactly what Drew is doing, but the second Willow has even the slightest moment of clarity, he's right there to mess it up. Willow needs an outsider, someone like Felicia, Jordan, or even Lulu, to just lay it all out for her. She needs to open her eyes before she gets sucked in any deeper by this Drew nonsense. Drop your thoughts in the comment section below. Do you agree or disagree? Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more updates. Your opinions matter, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you.